Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Around the Creek podcast. As always, I'm Elijah.
I'm Aiden.
And I'm Owen.
And today we are talking about the episode Show and Tell. So Owen, show and tell us about what's going on here.
Show and tell. We can't show because we don't do video yet.
Okay, never mind. Just tell then.
But I can tell you a few things, written down a few notes. Let's go over the episode. First off, this is also the third and final episode so far in the series to start with the title of the episode. Kind of clinning.
Clinning?
Excuse me?
What is the word? Clinging together with the past couple episodes. Or did Relax not I don't think Relax had it. It was Stickbird. Stickbird had it.
Yeah. I know it was one of those.
And it's like, oh, it's the crab from the beach. Like, that's what people say.
Mm-hmm.
Do you believe that, by the way?
Do you believe it's... I don't think so. I don't think they really have any connection. I really don't
why
think
not?
they would.
Wait, you mean?
But why?
This was different eras.
No.
Well, you could say, but why not? But I responded that with, but why?
Because that's not a blue coral crab.
Huh?
Huh?
There's no crabs at the beach.
What? What are you talking about?
Oh, and I almost got out my water. I'm so confused. What do you mean?
There are no crabs at the beach.
You okay?
Are you alright?
There was no... But, like, that's why people say that there were crabs.
Oh,
That's
but you don't hold that position yourself.
Anyway, so people say that it's the crab that was...
In the beach episode? Yeah.
In the beach episode of Stickbird. Well, do you think it is?
I really don't think so, because again, it is very much like because the beach was season 1, correct?
No.
No? Is the beach not season 1?
No, not the beach.
Oh.
Bro, what do you mean?
Stickbird.
Oh, Stickbird.
The beach. Not the beach.
Okay, well, we see the beach. There's an episode called The Beach.
I see how that's confusing.
Yeah.
Yes, I see how that's confusing.
Okay, now I get what you mean from Stickbird.
So
and
I don't get what you mean about there not being crabs on the beach.
No.
No,
there wasn't. Oh, there was in the beach, but not in Stickbird.
Yes.
Maybe it's like in the past.
I think it's just like
I think your brain is broken.
I think it's just a crab.
The
It's
Swedish
just
candy
a crab.
might have something else in it.
So, for context, we have Owen eating Swedish candy. Elijah
And
is
a
sipping
chocolate
some
bar.
orange soda, and I have
No, I'm out of
24
orange soda.
24 discounted packets of caramel cold brew M&Ms underneath my desk.
We'll go out cruising, but no place to go. And all... That's not the
There's-
lyric.
Definitely something else in there.
Definitely something else.
Tina. Nope. That's what this episode's supposed to be. It's what it wanted to be. No.
It's what Tina wanted to be. That's what
It's what Tina wanted to be. Yeah.
Exactly.
This is what this is how the people at Ludo wanted the Tina episode to hit.
Mm-hmm. And
Yeah.
they even referenced this in the episode in the beginning, where Bandit's
we
talking
cover
about
this
Tina, and they asked, "Did you learn anything?" Or like, how
They were like,
do you say it?
did you learn it?
Did-
Because
Mhm.
to ban it.
Yeah,
Who?
to learning a lesson, and they're like, "No, he learned nothing." Just like Owen seems to be learning nothing right now, and in fact is taking stupid pills and heading to Stupid Town because he doesn't understand what he's saying.
Canada's
Who's
not
Bennett?
stupid.
Who's Bennett?
Bennett, yes, my favorite Bluey character, Bennett, and Cherry, and Cherry,
Benedict Cumberbatch.
Benedict Cumberbatch.
Anyway,
Mago and Mewy.
right. So they're at the dinner table, breakfast table, because it's breakfast. I'm
Mhm.
assuming. Although they're eating sausages
Well, people have sausages for breakfast, like sausages and
with
eggs.
ketchup.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it depends on
Psychotic.
preference. But, like,
It depends on the type of sausage.
in fact,
but,
I'd
like,
say
yeah,
mustard
people
as
do
well,
that.
I'd argue. But that's
No,
a personal
Yeah,
preference.
no. It's fine on a sausage, but just like not in the breakfast.
I
you
mean,
know?
it just depends on the person, I'd say.
But not for morning. That's crazy. Anyway,
Yeah,
so the
for
ketchup is
morning.
the ketchup is the problem here because like the ketchup
These are the same people eating baked beans in the morning. I don't want to hear it.
baked beans.
Baked beans. They're Australian, not British.
Anyway,
No. Look up Australian
do
breakfast food.
they have Marmite? No, they have Vegemite. That's it.
Yep.
Is there veggies in Vegemite? Is it vegan?
Um,
Australian friends, contact us and tell us if that
and
is
send
correct.
us Vegemite.
Please send.
Send us Vegemite.
I'm actually very interested to try it.
My
I
address.
have tried it. My mom's South African. She is like, "Oh yeah, you have to try this," and we're like, "Send this back to South Africa. This is nasty."
I got told it has like a meaty.
It tastes like hard bread.
Strong, salty, meaty, rich flavor.
It's like super acidic kind of like bread that you like if you got like the like sourdough and you took that flavor that sourdough has and you just
thing
made
is-
it like
I like that flavor.
if you distilled it like
Sourdough?
brandy, then that's exactly kind of what it would
I
It
feel
would,
like I'd like
taste
it.
like.
I feel like I'd like it. I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, you can try it. I mean, some people like it, some people don't.
It gives.
I just force
bad.
myself to eat enough of it until I like it.
It's strong. It's
that's not
strong.
how
That's
it
that's the thing I'm saying. It's strong, but it's a thing in Australia, obviously.
But they're
But-
not eating Vegemite. They're eating ketchup.
Yes.
And there's a conflict between the ketchups because
They're
one of the
eating
ketchups.
ketchup.
Yes, just the ketchup. They're
Oh.
eating the ketchup because one of them is sugar free and one of them isn't, and the girls are complaining that they don't get the sugar free one. And
No, they do get the sugar.
They do get a sugar-free one, yeah.
no.
Or the adults get the sugary one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because patriarchy.
Patriarchy is wild.
That's not exactly. Okay.
Technically
We
not
live in a
patriarchy.
society.
So Chile
Tina was
also
mentioning-
has the sugary one.
Ah, right. So Bingo has a show and tell tomorrow, and
Yep.
she needs to practice with her worm. Worm.
Excuse me.
You mean crab?
It's not a whole
Crab
crab.
claw.
Yeah,
It
it's
is
just
a
the claw.
crab claw, yes.
It's just the claw.
So
I'm
is it a
dying.
real crab claw? I'm pretty sure it
Yeah.
was. Okay, I just want to make
From a blue
sure.
coral crab?
Yes, they
Yes.
were. At,
I'm pretty
were
sure.
at-
I'm pretty sure. I'm
they
bad
were
with
at the
memory.
beach.
Yes.
They came
like-
back from the beach.
Yes.
They had the claw.
Yes.
The beach and as in not the episode, the beach.
So does she mean to make it open and
Thank
close?
you,
She was
Owen.
pulling on nerves inside the
wondering,
claw.
yeah, what-
and-
Is that
No, she didn't do
factually
that yet.
correct?
Is what factually correct? Like being able to
Chat,
pull.
is this real?
Chat, is this real?
Yeah, it's real. It's real. But like pulling on the nerves to like close the claw. Yeah, I think you could totally do that. It's a little
Is
bit
that a thing?
weird and a little bit disturbing, but yeah, you can do
I
that.
don't know.
I don't think that's a real.
Or pulling on the muscles.
I don't know. It could be.
It
Hey,
it would
probably is.
I would not be surprised if it is.
Oh no, you could 100%. You could, yeah.
Yeah.
If you know where to pull, yes.
Anyway, so she can't tell it, so Chili tries to tell it to her, and she don't listen because she's a kid, and kids switch off if you talk too long.
Mitochondria.
Blah 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 blah.
That's very
Mitochondria.
funny. I hope they
Do
add
you
that
know
in.
what mitochondria is? Just a quiz.
It's the stuff in either
Okay,
the
so the
human body,
mitochondria-
Wait, no, let
or-
Owen answer.
a plant.
Sorry, say again.
It's either the stuff that sucks up sunlight to make sugar in a
Oh,
plant, or
Lord.
like the egg of a human.
Okay, so
Okay,
the
mitochondria
no,
is the powerhouse of the cell.
No, that's a terrible definition because half the people who say that can't explain why it's the powerhouse of the cell. The mitochondria is the part of a cell
Actually,
which creates energy for said cell.
Mm-hmm.
you're a shell. Anyway,
My biology teacher got really mad at people using the word or saying it's the powerhouse of a cell.
I mean, it is though. It does. It does.
I mean,
It
yes, but
does
it's just a
power
lot of
the
people.
cell. Yeah.
Bill
Now
ain't come here to
it's
talk
a lot
about
more
science.
complex than that, 100%. But
If
I
you want
mean,
to
the
hear about
definition's not wrong.
science, go listen to the Chris Bennett episode where we talk
That's
about
true.
science.
The
and
science
did talk about-
podcast and
Now
conspiracy
available on
theories.
Apple Music and
Amazon
Apple Music.
Music.
Apple Music. No.
Apple and Amazon. Yeah.
Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, YouTube. You can take this away. And everywhere else.
Everywhere
On your
else.
mic-
No, there's also
On your microwave.
Spotify.
On
That's
Samsung fridge.
it. Not the Samsung. Well, maybe you could actually. You might
Actually, you might be able to do that.
Yeah.
This way. Or your Amazon Alexa.
Or your
'cause
Amazon
people
Alexa,
to do
like that absolute G who has been listening to every single episode on the Amazon Alexa.
It's
Whoever
me.
you are, thank you.
I respect you.
DM me and we will give you a shout out on the next podcast.
I
We
will
will
give
fly
you
you out.
another Amazon Alexa.
we
We
will
will-
fly you out for your chance to competition in like a Mr. Beast style game, and the best fans will win Bluey.
Win
whole
Bluey. What?
What?
It's a competition? So wait, but it's
Yeah.
just one person. It's one dude with an Amazon Alexa.
It's one
He wins by
person.
defaults.
The rest of them,
There is
The rest of
there
them.
isn't any of them.
everyone,
Everyone. Oh, just everyone listens to the podcast. All right.
every single human.
Interesting
Also,
concept. You're just
I
missing
don't
one
know-
crucial piece. We are not Mr. Beast, and we do not have the money for that.
Says who?
Says
If we put our
factual
heads
evidence.
together, we can be Biggie. You should start talking now. I'm gonna pass out.
Okay.
What is
well,
in that candy?
Owen's eating Swedish candy, but I think.
I'm no longer eating Swedish cake. I'm
What are
eating,
you eating?
I'm eating a milk A chocolate bar, and it's bussin'.
Okay, fire. All right. So going
Oh.
back to the episode in question, where we leave off here? Because I believe we were
don't
talking about
know.
blah 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 mitochondria. So we got
Okay,
to
yeah.
that part.
Okay.
So
Also, you have to keep in mind the very important line Bandit says before Chili gets into that about like
Oh yeah. It's called showing and telling.
that was not the line I was talking about.
Is what was the line you were talking about?
The one where he's like, "You got to keep it short and simple."
I said that.
You didn't.
I'm not sure what I've said and what I haven't said, to be honest.
we aren't sure what
That's-
you said, what you haven't said, to be honest, as well.
I don't even know what he just said. Bandit says, "Pro tip: keep it simple. Kids switch off if you talk too long."
For real though.
And then Chili does the whole mitochondria shenanigans.
Yeah.
In our day and age,
You
in
like
the years, Lord of 2027.
What?
2027?
Wait.
I saw a 7.
What?
What? What do you mean you saw a 7? What is going on?
This chocolate is crazy.
Okay, going back to the Bluey episode. So, that is completely right. You want to keep things short but simple with kids. So, Chili got the brief down. So she kept it short, she kept it brief, but she didn't make it understandable for kids.
Mm-hmm. Well, maybe she did, but Bingo just doesn't
we
care.
don't exactly know.
Maybe Bingo just
I wonder what they were actually saying. Do you know if the animators know?
probably explaining
Do you
like
think
how
Joe Grum
the
knows?
claw works, like the claw of a
No, she
No,
wasn't
'cause
talking
they-
about the claw.
No, because they don't learn. She doesn't learn that the claw does that until the end.
Okay. Well, yeah, 'cause she doesn't understand chili, but
No, that's not why. It's because the surfer shows her.
ah, I see, I see, I see.
Do y'all not remember the episode? That's crazy.
I have a hard time remembering a lot
Why
of
am I the
things.
only one remembering stuff today?
You should
Yeah.
talk.
We're all in a
What? Oh,
special kind of mood
whoa.
today.
Why is there an act? Okay, wait. The wiki's making too much noise right now.
Check the
After this-
check the Blue Wiki.
After this, they have the ketchup debangle, and then they have.
Why did it post?
Did you just say debangle?
again?
Sorry, but did you just say debangle?
I think he
Yeah.
did.
Is that a word?
I
To
don't
be
think so.
determined.
What in Canada?
What in the Canada?
What in the Canada's going on here?
What in the
debangle
Canadian
is not a
Maple Leaf?
word.
It is now. So after their debangle with the ketchup, Bluey is now set on keeping track of how many times Bandit bosses them around, and it's quite a lot because he's a dad, and that's what they do. And that's like the theme throughout the episode, and it's really well done, actually, to be honest. Like, there's a few things. It's like
They completely misinterpret what's bossing around and what's just being a good parent, though.
there's actually like two morals in this. The one in Tina, obviously,
Mhm.
bossing around, and then also just being able to speak.
Just
So-
like, what do you mean by just being able to speak? Like, just being able to speak your mind, being able to say what's you
Just
know.
being able to speak. I mean, just
Oh,
in general, because
just-
like
just
some
in
people are introverted.
So Bandit was saying, pro tip, keep it simple, kid switch off, you talk too long. So as we're talking about, Chili gets up, walks through a bingo, and starts doing the blah 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 mitochondria thing. So then we get to
The surfboard. No,
surf-
not yet. We're in the
well, not
car
that.
to get to the surfboard.
Yes, but this is so. What we did get wrong is that I probably did watch the episode beforehand. What we got wrong is that the whole like the ketchup tomato sauce thing. Well, they call it tomato sauce,
Yeah, why?
but it's ketchup, right? Like
That's
is this-
crazy.
Do they not call it ketchup
Tomato
in
sauce-
Australia?
Tomato sauce sounds like they're talking about.
Marinara.
Yeah.
Talking about marinara. That's like what I think of pizza or tomato
Must
sauce.
be an
I think.
Australian thing,
Maybe.
or they're just putting actual
Because
marinara
marinara and
on
ketchup
the
are
sauce.
just completely different things.
But they look like ketchup, so like.
Yeah, so it's definitely ketchup. So it's,
And marinara doesn't have sugar in it, does it?
not usually, not a ton, if any.
Maybe, and they do in Australia.
Maybe they do. in
Anyway,
Australia. I don't know.
Bandit is bossing around Sapnath, and this is funny because it's like, a computer trying to help you get to a location.
I thought you said Sapnap for a moment, like
Isn't
Sapnap
that-
the YouTuber, but
Oh,
now I realized
He fell
Satnav.
off. Oh my god, he fell off. I mean, he never was on. He was never on anything.
He was
I mean, he
just
might have
there.
been. But he like just completely stole his former friend.
He
content.
stole his for. Oh, okay.
Is he controversial? Might
I
be.
don't think so. I don't.
Nah, he's not. He just kind of disappeared.
Yeah.
Anyway. Funny haha Zoomer speak.
Zoomer speak. Well, that was.
Are we Zoomers?
Yes, I guess by the
No,
definition.
I thought we were Gen Z.
Yeah, Gen Z is Zoomers, Owen. I hate to tell you that. That is literally the definition of
Oh.
Zoomer.
I didn't know that.
So Benny
It's
gets
'cause
in the
we
car.
Zoomy.
Here, I'll take it from here because Owen is high.
Slowly.
All right, so Bandit gets in the car after the whole ketchup
Shebangle.
situation. Yeah, the shebangle as Owen likes to say here, and so he's starting to boss Satnav around. So after a
And
lot
my
of
boss, it's just take me to the location.
Yeah.
But the thing I wanted to mention here, it's in my notes, is the slight just disapproval nodding from Bluey as it's like now he's bothering around Sapnath. It's really funny. Anyway,
count him down because you
that's
have
basically all
at
I
this
got.
point we're on 7 because as they get in the car so it starts with eat your sausage bossing around number 1, then number 2 is don't talk your mouth full. Number 3 is let's get going. And it just goes on and on. So basically anything that Bandit is telling the girls to do, he is the girls are counting it as, oh, he's bossing us around.
Even putting on seatbelt.
Yeah, even putting on a seatbelt. So and then he says, hang on a sec. And then she goes, oh, that's 6. And then he starts bossing Satnav around, which is
Oh,
weird,
but then he
'cause
says
it's
the
not
funny
even...
haha. He says
Yeah.
the funny thing where he's like,
Yes. So I can
blah,
read his
blah,
word
blah.
for right here. So, but
blah
that goes
blah
7.
blah. What does he say?
Cleaning
Blah, blah, blah,
toilets,
some-
blah, 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 blah,
blah, blah,
blah.
blah.
Solitary confinement.
Confinement.
Does that make sense? Cleaning toilets and solitary confinement are I don't get the cleaning toilets part, because, like, it's supposed to be, like, things
I
kids
don't
don't
understand
understand.
what he was trying. Yeah, but like,
I'd say most kids don't know what mitochondria or solitary confinement is, but cleaning toilets, I think that makes plenty of sense.
that might be why, because it's like you don't know what this means, but you kind of do.
Oh, like, yeah, you never clean the toilet, yeah.
Exactly.
Well, I mean, I would
Anyway.
never trust a 4-year-old to clean a toilet, but that's
Oh,
that's just me.
heck no.
That's just me.
And you're the kid guy.
But Bluey and Bingo both say no in unison,
Oh.
and Ben says, why not? Bingo says, too much telling, kids switch off if you talk too long. And Bluey, is nodding in agreement. And Ben says, well, you need to clean your ears out. So Bandit
Yeah, you need
buckles
to clean
in,
your ears.
and they hit the road. And so this is the part that confused me, because I forgot they're in Australia and they drive on the left side of the road. Because
I didn't know that. I thought it was only Britain.
no. There's a lot of countries that drive on the left side of the road. I mean, I don't know them all from memory, but I mean, I did know already that they drive on the left side of the road. I just kind of forgot up until this point, because when the car was driving and Bandit was like not listening to the sat nav, the sat nav like directing him to take a U-turn, and he said nope, but I was confused for like, you can't make a U-turn there. And I realized, oh, that's right, it is a 2-way road, but he's driving on the left side because it's Australia.
Would he actually be able to make a left? Yeah.
That was not English. But yes, I got what you mean. Would we be able to do a U-turn there? Well, I don't think so at all, because that's at an intersection. That was at an intersection. Well, hold on. It's Australia, though. If you go around... See, I don't know. I'm not used to... Because I'm used to driving in U.S. roads. So that's where we drive on the right side of the road. I guess you... If it's...
Any Australians listening?
But here's the thing. If you looked at the road,
Contact
it
us.
was one lane going this way, one lane going the other way. Which usually you can do a U-turn, but that's on multi-lane roads. I would say no. Yeah, no, absolutely not. I don't think you could. Yeah, that's a definite no. Now I really think about it. Yeah, no.
Okay.
You cannot make a
Alright.
U-turn there. So that's confusing
Elijah,
in the first
are you
place.
here?
He is. He's
Oh,
just
he's
just dead.
He is. He's just dead.
We're a little bit goofy tonight, but
He's
we're just gonna
still-
go with
he's-
it because
he's
it's
still with
it's
us.
fine. Yeah, he's still on the call. He's just
In our hearts.
he's probably watching baseball, to be honest. But let's
Oh,
continue.
no baseball.
No baseball. Are you okay, bro?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay, he's fine. And so
So the tables have turned because Bandit decides he's not going to listen to Sapnap. He's going to do exactly the opposite of what he says to prove to prove the kids a point. To prove the kids that he has a point. Because he's Bandit and he does that.
And he proves points. He's a point prover.
He's the point prover. This is well known. So he ends up just not listening. And then they end up at Statue World, which is actually just a cemetery. I love Bingo. Her innocent mind is the joy of my existence.
Statue World. It's so wholesome, actually.
I know, it's so wholesome.
It's
It's
really
like, oh
cute.
my god. It's statues.
Like,
They
on a
just built
genuinely
statues.
serious note, that
They-
is actually really cute.
They just build statues. That's all, the whole reason why they're there.
There's nothing under those statues. It is just
It's
statues.
true, guys.
Don't.
Dead people aren't real.
Dead people aren't real. Statues
Death
are.
isn't real, guys.
Death
It's
is fake.
It's fake. Anyway, and then if you could read what he says off the wiki, because I wouldn't be able to remember it. It's really good though. It's like it proves the point perfectly for the kids and anyone watching. And it's a good moral because it's obvious. I burp more than the average individual. I don't know why. It's actually concerning.
We don't need to
Sometimes
know
when
that.
I'm singing, I just burp mid singing, and then I sound like I'm like death growling. It's funny.
Death growling is wild. All
Or,
right,
like,
so Bandit. So Bandit finally arrives to the house and the to grab the surfboard, or to buy the surfboard, not just grab it and run off, steal it. Bandit would never do that because he is a saint. So he
I
goes.
wouldn't say that.
Okay, maybe not true, but he wouldn't just casually steal a surfboard. At least not
How would
from
he?
not from this surfer. Because if you
Who
steal
would
something
steal
from
a
him, you're not
surfboard?
surviving.
Who would steal a surfboard easily?
It would be kind of hard to steal, to be
Yeah.
completely honest.
Like a boogie board? No, it's the same thing.
Especially on a windy day, like.
In Australia, because Australia.
I don't. So I don't know if it gets really windy there or not. I mean, I imagine it gets windy like any other place, but like, I don't know if it's like consistently windy. Like, you know how Seattle's like usually rainy. Like, if it's just like a usually windy place. I don't know. Again, we need an Australian on this podcast to be completely honest.
We need to get an Australian. Oh,
we
already
need
did.
an Australian. Well, we need an Australian
We had
permanent
Chris.
member. But
Chris.
unfortunately, we
Chris was
can't
pretty
take
good.
on another permanent member because it's hard enough to coordinate as it is. And plus, we're the
If
three
anybody
OG
wants
boys.
to come onto the podcast, you can just send us
And
a
just talk about Australia.
thing. Yeah, we talk about anything, not even Blue.
We don't even have to talk about Australia. We can just talk about like anything. But let's continue with what we're doing here because this is important. So, the surfer notices Bingo's crab claw.
Oh wait, what's his voice? He's like a famous guy. I think he's
I think he's one of the Wiggles. Is he not? I could be wrong.
No. That's Rusty's dad.
Oh, that's Rusty's dad. Oh, you're completely right. Hold on. You
I'm
can look
always
it up
right.
because I have my place in the wiki. But while he looks it up, I'm
not looking it up.
Okay, never mind. Owen is lazy, so I'm gonna check right here. I believe because you're absolutely right. I do remember 100% that he has like a famous voice actor. I just can't remember quite who. Mick Fanning. Who is Mick Fanning?
Ooh,
Oh, he's a professional surfer.
Yeah, that
Duh.
makes sense.
Yeah. Okay. So the surfer,
Doy.
who is a surfer in the show,
I love it when they do that.
was voiced by a surfer. But his name is Mick Fanning, and he is Australian, of course.
Did you know he's a surfer?
And he survived a shark attack,
Oh wow, that's
which
crazy.
is pretty. That's actually pretty cool. Great white
Good
shark
on him.
attack. So that's actually a pretty cool fun fact. But so Bingo shows him the claw, and the surfer pulls like the tendon on, or no, Bingo
Well,
pulls
like
the
we were
tendon.
talking about this, if it was like
Yeah.
real or not.
Well, I think it is because you can totally pull on muscles
Elijah
when it moves.
says it is.
Yeah.
I believe Elijah with my life.
Well,
Huh?
here's
So-
the thing.
What?
Here's the thing about
I heard my
muscles.
name.
They move. I know that sounds
No.
crazy, but if you pull on a muscle, it's gonna move. All right. So, for example, if there is a series of muscles in your hand that control your finger, you pull those down. It kind of simulates a
With my
contracting.
mind.
It simulates a contracting of the muscles, and your fingers will bend down. But in that same way, Bingo pulls the tendon of the crab claw, and it clicks the crab claw closed, which is actually kind of gross and messed up when you think about it. But just don't think about it.
Just don't
We
think
eat
about it.
crabs. It's not that weird.
I don't eat
I don't
crabs.
eat crabs. I can't stand seafood. But yeah, the surfer shows Bingo how to do that, and then she in turn shows it to her class in show and tell, which surfer would obviously. I guess if you're a surfer, you probably have a lot of experience with the beach.
Fish.
I would imagine fish. Crabs, of course. I mean, I don't know how many disembodied crab claws he finds, but he must find
Or
them on
he's
a regular.
just a neuro. He might be a neurobiologist.
He
like
could
us every
he could
time.
be a neuroscientist. That's completely possible. Because everyone knows Mick Fanning does
Neurobiology.
neurobiology on the side. Yes, neuroscience just on the side when he's not surfing.
As a hobby.
As a hobby. So yeah, that
was the
is
episode. If you don't understand anything we just said, go watch it.
If you don't understand anything that we said in this episode, I don't blame you. For anyone who
You're gonna look
entered
back at
in
this and be like,
to this,
"What the heck?" So now we're gonna rank the episode. Aiden, what would you give this episode on a scale of 1 to 10?
I would give it a 4. I'm not a massive fan of the episode.
Wow!
What?
I know that's low.
Crazy.
I know that's low, but
That's
really
crazy.
don't see anything
Why?
special about this episode.
Why?
I prefer Tina over this episode.
That's crazy.
I prefer Tina, which is kind of insane.
Are you kidding me?
I'm dead serious.
Aiden, we're gonna throw hands.
7 out of 10.
7.5 out of 10. This is a good episode. You're crazy for that.
I'm crazy for getting a 4.
You're crazy for
All
that.
right, guys. I guess I won't be on the next episode of the Around the Creek podcast. It's been a pleasure.
True.
It's been a pleasure being on here for 32 episodes, but I guess it's over for me because I gave show and tell 4.
The episode's gonna start with, as always, I'm Elijah.
That's
I'm
how we
Owen.
end the episode.
No, I mean,
Okay,
you're
anyways,
right.
So 6.1.
Speaking of ending,
6.2 average on the episode. As always, I'm Elijah.
Okay, well, don't rush it that hard. Goodness gracious, Pookie, calm down. All right.
give me time.
As I was trying to say, so yes, I guess the average is out to a 6.2. I'm sorry for anyone I've offended by giving it a low score.
You offended me.
Here's the reason why, is that
Speak your truth.
besides, I really loved, I think the part where they, the statue world thing, I remember that. I remember that. I didn't remember it was from this episode. I thought that was the sweetest, funniest thing. But I didn't remember it being from this episode, and I really didn't remember this episode very well at all. And just from
that's just because you haven't watched it.
No, I've watched this episode before. Before today, but I never liked this episode, and I don't know why.
That's crazy.
So I just want to say this is not a normal episode. We're all a little bit goofy and a little bit tired. It's been a busy week for all of us. So I don't know, but
nothing.
Okay, it's been a busy week for me and Elijah. But it's just we kind of goofy today. That's just kind of how it goes sometimes.
We're a bit quirky.
We're a bit quirky, a bit goofy, but that's just sometimes how it is, to be completely honest. But I had a fun time doing this episode. I always have a fun time, doing this podcast with Elijah and Owen. We're having a good time, but we're trying to get a little bit more consistent with the episodes, and at that, better episodes in general. So we're gonna try and do better.
Truth.
We're gonna try and do better, but it's just kind of hard because we're recording this Friday night. Hopefully, Friday nights are better for us because I know it's better for Elijah's work schedule. Owen's free pretty much every night. It's just whenever me and Elijah are able to do it.
No, you don't need to know that.
Oh, they do now.
Well, you do now, because we are genuinely trying to be more consistent, and I realize that we haven't been doing so well with being consistent. So I just want to say that the podcast is not dying. We still do message and talk to each other often. It's just trying to find a time when all three of us can hop on a call and we can talk about these Bluey episodes.
Get her done.
But thank you for everyone who has listened this far into this ridiculous episode. We really do appreciate it, and we really do love everyone.
Be 0 listens.
That
it's gonna peak at 1 second, and then it's gonna drop.
I appreciate everyone who took their time to listen to any episode of this podcast.
Yeah. But Anyways, as always, I'm Elijah.
I'm Aiden.
And I am Owen.
Thank
This
you all
has
so
been
much.
the Around the Creek podcast.
This was that.
Bye.